Hello, you're watching Global Talk. New Year's is just a few days away. The end of the year is always a time to come to conclusion about a country and the life of every single person. For Kazakhstan, the year 2015 was full of interesting international events. On the eve of New Year's Eve, our creative team decided to recall the most important events that have become a discussion on the global scale.
/ 2015 was marked by a number of major developments in Kazakhstan's economic sphere. One of the most important events, of course, was the 8th Asian Economic Forum. Leading economists, politicians, and scientists from around the world discussed key challenges that emerging markets and the global community face today, as well as issues concerning the future of the world economy. Within the Astana Economic Forum, about 30 sessions of different formats were held. Some of them were focused on the international project of the continental level, the revival of the Great Silk Road.
If you look across Kazakhstan, I think the opportunity sitting between Russia and China, with Iran then to the south, the opportunity to be at the nexus of what are the most interesting parts of global trade now, I think is quite exciting. And so whether that's from an oil and gas standpoint, or from an agricultural standpoint, or from a manufacturing standpoint, I think there's tremendous opportunities for Kazakhstan to be that integrator in the region, and I think that's what we're beginning to see develop.
And I think the Republic of Kazakhstan is on the right track to be an emerging country in the next few years to come. Why? Because we see ideas and initiatives that are laid by President Nazarbayev, and most of these ideas are aimed toward developing the Republic of Kazakhstan and bringing hope and opportunities to the people of Kazakhstan. And I'm kind of impressed with the level of development of Kazakhstan. When I am in Astana, I feel and I see growth, I see opportunities, and I see Kazakhstan to become the next world leader. It's going to play a big role in the international arena.
Another important event in the economic sphere was exploration in Kazakhstan, Oil and Gas 2015. It was first of its such at the independence of Kazakhstan, which brought together specialists to discuss topical issues of geology, oil and gas. In particular, leading geophysicists and representatives of leading oil and gas companies focused their attention on the potential of subsurface geophysical technology, as well as the further study of marine areas.
Joining this forum, this conference here today and tomorrow, it's a tremendous opportunity to share experiences, to learn from each other, both from within Kazakhstan and from the region, Russia and other locations. By doing so, we will get to answers quicker, we will be able to grow together and make the industry more effective and more profitable for everybody.
The geography of Kazakhstan is just in the middle between Western and Asia. So it's a center place for all the transaction, and particularly the oil and gas transaction. And you are just here, just in the middle between the two. From 1,000 years, all the traffic between Europe and Asia goes through Kazakhstan. It will continue to go even for the oil business.
The Eurasian Forum Kaz Energy became another important platform to discuss problems in the oil and gas industry. Today, oil and gas markets are in new conditions, dictated by the geopolitical situation in the international arena. Therefore, it is not surprising that the main subject of discussion at the forum was the question of the consolidated action to establish an effective energy security and the environment for the development of oil and gas industry, taking into account mutual interests.
The era of cheap oil is over. We have an era where the price of oil is going to be lower, maybe lower for a significant period of time, but there is still a lot of oil, even in old brownfield for existing fields. Those companies who are efficient and utilize the technology will be better positioned to overcome the low prices.
We have to use wise use of energy for the benefit of all. So it means that we have to find solutions for a sustainable supply of energy and a sustainable energy security, which of course it is considered to be in an energy mix. Energy mix is the future, so it is not one single element of this, but many elements. And the Verbatim Council gives a forum for those who are dealing with renewables, various types of renewables, which specifically for the fuels can be a part of the substitution.
Significant events were held in Kazakhstan in the sphere of IT technologies. The first international forum on IT technologies was held in Astana, which became an excellent dialogue platform and sparked the interest of the global IT community. The participants were able to discuss the problems faced by companies in the implementation and the transformation of information technologies, demonstrating the best practices and the promising directions of IT management.
IT in Kazakhstan is developing really quickly, and we appreciate that Kazakhstan did pretty much in IT, and I think that in CIS countries, Kazakhstan is one of the leading countries regarding IT transformation and speed of innovation. I think that Kazakhstan IT companies and Kazakhstan customers are already mature enough to take the next step, to take the step of consuming and be able to use the big data. Big data, clouds, the decision making based on predictive algorithms, on predictive decision making. So the basic level of IT is most of Kazakhstan companies has been already done. So the next steps is to consume and to manage big data. This is my small advice.
We have eGov programs, we have mGov programs, we have transformation of summer Kazakhstan. So there is a built-in understanding from the very highest authority in Kazakhstan that there is a need to do something. Right? We cannot do nothing, cross our fingers and hope to continue. I read recently that the progress in Kazakhstan joining the World Trade Organization has really made big advances. And this is it. What does it mean? It means huge opportunity, but it also means that the competitive environment will evolve. So we have to be using technology to compete on a global basis. We cannot be too relaxed. We need to be adopting, we need to be applying it and leveraging it, because otherwise we'll lose our footing.
Proper use of the capabilities of modern IT technology, the key to the competitiveness of the modern enterprise. Successful IT solutions that allow optimizing business processes were presented at the annual business forum of SAP in Astana. Here on the stand we presented a new product for business intelligence, which is part of the platform Business Object. Its basic idea is to provide in the first place business users with visualized data which is often coming from different sources. That is very often, for example, in the banking sector, in telecommunications, in the retail sector, in the oil and gas industry, and so on. There are problems on the formation of statements by business users and flexible reporting. That is, we can give an example. For example, analyzing data, the profitability of the various loans and deposits in the banking sector. That's when analysts sit and watch the data in the various sections. but often these data come from the analytical system in a limited form. It is often necessary for business user to collect data that come, for example, part of the storage of the analytical portion of the tablets in any database, part of the files that arrive by mail. And actually, the tool of SAP is designed for this and allows the user to easily and quickly see the data. It is very convenient to collect data from different sources.
Быстро, удобно собрать данные из разных источников.
Kazakhstan is located in the center of Eurasia and has become a geographical point of the world, which not only discusses global issues of the economic sphere, but also answers questions and talks about spiritual and cultural prosperity. So in 2015, the 5th Congress of Traditional and World Religions was held in Astana, which brought together major political and religious figures from around the world. Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, and Jews and other faiths came together to talk about the role of religion in the modern world in creating tolerance, cooperation, and mutual respect.
When it comes to a particular religion, the persons of that religion should come to the forefront and should try to discuss the problems amongst them. It is not that what always happens is that we always give emphasis on what are the differences in the religions or even in the different sects of religions. Why don't we look forward to finding out the similarities in the different sects? If we can do that. And another thing is that why do we bear the burden of the past, burden of the history on our shoulders? If there are conflicts, it is because we always think what somebody has done in the past.
Вы знаете, в основу самого съезда идеи были заложены такие сильные и серьезные вещи, и вы сами понимаете, что заложил эти вещи президент Республики Казахстан Нурсултан Абишевич Назарбаев.
You know, at the basis of the ideas of the Congress are strong and serious things. And you realize that these things were laid by the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev. Geopolitical situation is changing, and the ideas that form the basis of the Congress are relevant today. And we say that the Congress is an island of tranquility in a sea of problems that exist around us. And here we can meet, discuss, weigh any decisions regard. We say that the Congress of World Traditional Religions is a unique global institution of stability and security in the religious and political spheres.
Уникальный мировой институт стабильности и безопасности в религиозной и в политической сфере.
The destiny of the Kazakh land was to become a home to representatives of more than 130 ethnic groups. And it is difficult to overestimate the role of the assembly, which unites different people who have different roots, ethnicity, religion, and ideology under its wing in one country. A unique ethnic institute was established by the initiative of President Nursultan Nazarbayev in 1995. The model of inter-ethnic harmony stood the test of the time, and today's Kazakhstan's experience is explored by the international community with great attention.
Kazakhstan is in a special position in this field because it was the field where lots of people were sent to by force during the Stalinist times and during the times of the Second World War. It's a huge country with lots of space available and rather few people populating it. So all people are necessary here, and not only all people are necessary, but it's necessary for all of them to work together in peace.
Это, наверное, одна из главных мероприятий, которые вообще-то
It is one of the main events that affects the peace and harmony in our home, in our big home of Kazakhstan. The head of state spoke about the importance of tolerance, inter-ethnic relations, respect for each other, tolerance to each other, to other nations that live in our country. I believe that this is one of the greatest achievements of Kazakhstan. I believe that this is a great achievement of the president and all of us, those who live together in one house.
Государства Казахстан, я считаю, что в этом заслуга большая главы государства и всех нас, которые живем вместе в одном доме.
Assessing the geopolitical situation around the world, it's safe to say that Kazakhstan is an island of stability which brings together people from different points from around the world to discuss the most topical issues we're facing today. Around the world, people are getting ready for the new year of 2016. On behalf of our creative team, we wish you stability, prosperity, and a peaceful sky over your head. It was Global Talk. See you soon on Kazakh TV.